Welcome back. In this chapter, we're going to talk about a few more markup considerations just to kind of round that out before we start diving into the different elements that we have available to us in HTML. The first topic I want to cover is HTML comments. With HTML, you can comment your code and leave little notes for yourself or for other people that might be editing your document. In this markup example, we see a paragraph followed by some other code that's in green. Now, the code that's in green starts off with a less than symbol or an opening angle bracket, an exclamation point, and 2 dashes, or minus signs. It then contains text. This is text hidden from view. And then it finishes with 2 dashes and a greater than symbol, or a closing angle bracket. This is a comment. The text within the comment will not be shown in the browser. Comments can be really useful for debugging because if you have an element in the page and you're not sure if it's causing an issue with the layout, you can always comment that element out temporarily and see if it fixes the problem. If it does, then you uncomment it and make whatever adjustments you need to. Now, as we've been looking at all of this markup, we've seen the opening and closing angle brackets or the less than and greater than symbol frequently used with our tags and other markup related bits. Since they're used so frequently in markup, these are characters that must be encoded. Because if we just put them nakedly in our document, the browser might think we're trying to open an element. Character encoding in HTML is accomplished using the ampersand and semicolon characters with text in between. So here you see the ampersand LT semicolon for the less than symbol, the ampersand GT semicolon for the greater than symbol, and the ampersand amp semicolon for the ampersand itself. Because ampersands are used to kick off an encoded character, we need to encode that character as well. So here's a quick example. Everyone loves fonts by Hoffler & Company. In this case, because Hoffler & Company contains an ampersand, we need to use the encoded ampersand character. Now when it comes to authoring your documents, if you use the meta tag to indicate the character set that you're using, you can use any UTF-8 characters throughout the document with the exception of the less than, greater than, and ampersand characters. But if you want to be more specific, however, you can use encoding for a variety of characters. There's a complete table available at the ASCII site, and here's a brief overview of some of the characters that are available and their HTML numeric and named entities. But as I said, if you're using the meta tag to indicate the character set that you're using for the document, all you really need to worry about is the less than, greater than, and ampersand characters. So in this very brief chapter, we talked a little bit about commenting your HTML and character encoding. In the next chapter, we're actually going to dive into a lot more detail and talk about HTML document structure, the title element, and meta tags. I'll see you in a few minutes.